lap, first corner is the most pressure you're going to feel across this whole race. Getting it off the line is one of the toughest things you can do as you get 5 lights up. And the Bathurst Enduro is underway for sprint 2 with a great start from the front runners at the TMX boys as well inside of the top 10 as they run round turn number 1. You can see Lawrence has got a good start away. They've kept themselves nice, clean and consistent, Sinka. For the final race of the season, it's a scramble towards turn 1 for the front runners and the whole field is behind. Another old lead from through 1 already. Davison and Felipe wanting to try and keep right on the tail of Doug Allen. Now the road was finally at the front of the lead as well. Phase there, Katakazinas.
Yes, he did.
Laboring still going at each other here. 3 minutes down, we've got 70 minutes to go. We're going to go round a lot of times. It's 1 minute 21 lap times here. We're not going to stop. Shem Rackley fighting out as well. Ray Oliver's got Bradley Wall alongside. Looks like Daniel Harding has had some form of incident. We'll pick up on that one in a minute. But Oliver on the inside, got to come back behind him.
Further back as we're underway. James Scott will lead them up the hill, up towards turn 1. Can they keep it clean? There's already contact with Dolphin and Stonefit on the straight as they run round turn 2. Dodge and Warboys being cautious off the exit of turn 1. What a run off the line, but an atrocity has happened to Troy Stonestreet off the start. There's no other way to say it. I think it was him off of the Will Brown and just absolutely Superman punched him straight into the wall on the left hand.
It's time to start a new season. Here we are, round one at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and this one is gonna be a wild one. I'm James Watson, joined with my broadcast partners, Paul Jackson and Kobe Jordan. And, well, Paul, what are we looking forward to tonight? How much experience do you have at this glorious racing facility?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, James. And yeah, not a lot. Once upon a time, did a little bit in the Toyota GRs, but haven't for a very long time, and very limited on road circuits. Mostly stuck to my NASCAR oval stuff, as you would know from joining me in the booth. But yeah, tonight going to be good. Lots of right turns as well. So here at MoTorSPORT Park, should be good racing action.
Absolutely. This is one of my all-time favorites. I distinctly remember waxing poetic about this track when SRW V8s were here a couple seasons ago. This track is wild, as you see the track facts and the weather conditions. It's a very nice and cool day so far, but the track is a bit on the harder side. That's going to make an already difficult track that much more difficult, with everyone struggling to keep the tires underneath them.
Yeah, well, those fast blind corners and those elevation changes in the track aren't going to help either.
No, they are not. There's a lot of places where things can take a turn for the worse very quickly. Going down into turn 2. First of all, turn 1 is not an easy corner to get through. It's kind of banked, but it's also pretty bumpy there on the apex. So you're having to work with it, making sure you're not going out too wide. And then turn 2, it feels like you're driving off of a cliff. It's not quite Bathurst levels of elevation change down, but it's pretty significant. And because of that, you have to turn into the corner earlier than you think. I can't tell you how many times where I've gone in for a later turn in thinking I'm perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden I am off into the grass. And if you go onto the grass, exit turn 2, you're not making your way back up. It turns into a slip and slide that takes you right to the wall. Then turn 3, one of the more easier corners to deal with, Quebec corner, but then you go down into the absolute highlight of this track, the Moss hairpin, going downhill, and then immediately you go what feels like straight up, and it's a late apex hairpin. And there's this patch of asphalt there that has always felt like glue. Like, doesn't matter what I'm driving, I can always just dump the throttle the moment I hit that patch of asphalt, and not a hint of oversteer whatsoever. And that's going to help you down through the Mario Andretti straight. That's going to be our best passing opportunity. The draft will really play a factor there going into turn 8, leading into the S's and back onto the front straightaway.
Well, you mentioned there the passing area there, but what other opportunities do the drivers have on passing here tonight at MoTorSPORT? Like, going to be a lot of dive bombing into those corners, or going to be a bit of a patience game trying to pick off?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of sends and dive bombs down into Moss. That's going to be the second best passing opportunity, but it's going to be difficult because the car on the outside is going to be able to get the drive off a lot more. So we'll probably see a lot of great defense on the outside. Other parts on this track, it's possible, but you gotta be real brave about it, and you have to make sure you pull it off, because Well, like I said, some of these corners are not the easiest to get through just by yourself, and then trying to go 2 by 2, especially down into turn 2, that will likely end in certain doom.
Alrighty, well, drivers are out there at the moment for qualifying, so about 15 minutes, I think it was, for qualifying session there. Had a couple of hours in practice, and it's good just watching a little bit here and there when I jumped in the session. So at the moment, and I've just recognised my first driver who's in here, Sammy K. So now I actually know someone who's in the race.
Well, how about that? Yeah, Sam Katakuzanos, a new member of the team SRW Motorsport in-house team. It was unfortunately not the debut that Sam would have wanted last night in the Super Formula Lights. A significant internet issue took him out not only of race 1, but most of race 2. So Sam thinks he has it set up or fixed, and hopefully for his sake and the team's sake, he does.
Looking for a bit of a redemption run tonight then, after some troubles the other night, by the sounds of it. So hopefully we can all get behind Sammy K and has a good run tonight for round 1 here.
Absolutely, and got a few interesting notes to bring up as we start this season. One, the reigning champion Kyle Ridley is not here. Not entirely sure if it's a one-off or if the champ is not coming back for this season to try to defend the crown. And then would appear, at least from what it seems like, our usual race control man Greg Barber has elected to hop out of the race control booth and back behind the wheel.
Well, I know my time behind the cameras and even the mic. Sometimes you just need to get back out on the track there and have a bit of a run, and you miss it when you're sitting behind the screens, just watching everyone enjoy and have the fun and watching the race go on. So sure, probably feeling the same, and yeah, it'd be good to get back out there on track and have a run himself.
Absolutely, and just put in his first qualifying lap here. Puts him... actually, nope, that one does not look like it counted. He's still not showing a time. Meanwhile, right now, your pole sitter is 808. Driver Bob Daniel Byrne with about barely a tenth over Kyle Lavery sitting in P2. And look at Trev Mortimer up into P3. A great early effort here in qualifying for Trev. You see a lot of slipstreaming already going on. Everyone trying to get as much of a draft, trying to get that advantage. We're on board with Trev Mortimer trying to go better, and he just might. He's had a lot of draft from Thomas Sonny Cena. And he did not improve position. In fact, he dropped one because Dylan DeBono, new quick time of a 128.729. Dylan had a cracker of a race last night in the Super Formula Lights and trying to continue the good run of form here for the opening round of the 86s.
Well, looking at the moment, Peter Hedgeco there, the first of the Pro-Am drivers sitting there in P8 in qualifying. So even outdoing a couple of the pro drivers there at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing about this series, is that the AMs and the Pro-Ams mix it up with the Red Class Pro drivers a lot more than you would think. You've seen Pro-Ams and AMs make their way into the top 10 quite a bit. In fact, even seen them be on the podium at times. So it is absolutely not out of the realm of possibility to see the AMs and the Pro-Ams try to fight for these higher positions.
I mean, if there's some new drivers to the series as well, though, I'm not sure how the league works here, but if they jump in, they might have to start there and work their way up. But obviously, if they're a skilled driver, then they're going to make that change pretty quickly.
Yeah, usually we take a look at the newbies, and after 3 races, they look at their performance, and typically you'll see a lot of drivers get reclassed. We're on board with Cam Hardwick, and he was gonna get so much draft, but you see a little bit of a moment there in the center of Moss Hairpin, and that's gonna cost him a lot of time.
I was just watching Ryan Price just in front, and Thomas Sinner there, and just when that happened, I saw them come into the corner and bit heavy on the brake and check up everything behind them there.
And Cam's going to be kicking himself for that one, because who knows what kind of lap he was going to put up with that. Oh, and someone going wide right behind. I think that was Mortimer. That might have killed that lap. Meanwhile, Doug Gowns has made his way up into the top 5 and has dropped the exact same time as Kyle Lavery.
Well, looks like DeBono's just set the new fastest lap, jumping into the 128.6s. So, new lap time there. First to crack the 6s.
Yeah, fantastic run of form for DeBono, putting up some mega lap times, but we'll see what Byrne can do right here. And David Gallo, the 2 Carlins cars working together so well. Saw a lot of this in qualifying last night for the lights. As you see, there they go through turn 2, and you can see what I'm talking about. You can see all of that elevation change down. It's so easy to just let gravity just run amok on your car, but man, when you nail that corner, it is just so satisfying. And it looks like both of the Carlins cars are getting some help here. Not quite sure who that is in front of them.
Elliot D there off track.
Yeah, Elliot pulling over and parking it up, it would appear. So he'll have enough time to get back out there and try to make something of it. Of course, this is a 30-30, so because of that, once again, once time runs out, you will not be able to finish your lap time. And so that is sticking in the minds of everyone as they're trying to make sure that they don't need to leave it to the last few minutes. And you see, not really able to. So we're on board with Matt Tesario. Matt, of course, made his debut last night in the Super Formula Lights and is making his debut right here for the 86s. Showed some serious pace in the open wheelers last night and is hoping to do so tonight. See Ryan Price off right there. Meanwhile, we have another Pro-Am in the top 10. See, Phil Hamley jumps up to P7. Phil was very fast in practice. On board with Peter Hedgeko with the Hedgehog JPEG on the side of that Toyota. I really want to get another look at that car. What's on the hood? That's another Hedgehog. I think it's the same Hedgehog picture. Oh my god, it's an AI racing picture. I'd ask why didn't he use Sonic, but that'd probably be a lawsuit coming if he did. So, nondescript public domain Hedgehog it is. Meanwhile, while we were talking about his paint, he got knocked out of the top 10. Down to P12 for another newcomer to the series. As there's Greg Barber, our race control just racing. Sitting 28th. Ah, oh, come on, Barbs. You could do better than that.
Well, I'm just looking at Peter's rear. He's got over the hedge on the back of that car as well. So, wonder if that hedgehog's from the movie. Maybe that's why it's on there as well.
I watched that movie a lot growing up, and I don't remember a hedgehog. I also have the memory of a goldfish, so I don't know if you really should take my word for it. But I am like 99% certain that there wasn't a hedgehog. Just the father and daughter possums.
Well, just the other day I was reading, and I don't know if anyone's into their burnout comps and all that sort of stuff here in Australia. A lot of people take that very seriously, and some of them even go over to the US and stuff. But one of the cars I noticed the other day was a fresh build for a Toyota 86 with a big blown motor in it, and one of the blokes used to be known as double blown, I think it was, and now it's overblown in a 86. So be interesting to see where that car has its first few runs.
Nice. iRacing, please scan it.
I think it'd be pretty hard to drive around here with a big blower hanging out the bonnet of an 86, though.
And that's what would make it epic. Meanwhile, while we're talking about the beefier 86, that is the end of qualifying. And while that was going on, Dylan DeBono went even faster with a 121.4. Just absolutely putting the hurt on the field. Here is the... Absolutely. Here is the starting lineup. The 11 of Dylan DeBono next to 808. Dana Byrne on the front row. Dan Ackland in the 377. Kyle Lavery in the 188. Doug Gowans in the 07. And Trev Mortimer in the 247 on row 3. David Gallo in the 78. And Sean Doyle in the 174 on row 4. Phil Hamley and Braden Sagasser will round out the top 10.
Alrighty. Brandon Levin in the 46, starting out of P11 with Peter Hedgeko in 12th on row 6. Row 7, Sam Katakuznos and Jason Depp going to line up side by side. Ash Glover and Cullen Hodgkinson out of 15th and 16th. Mason Martin, Russell Gander on the 9th row there. Greg Barber and Cameron Edwards starting out of P20.
All right, and on row 11, we have the 72 of Thomas Sunny-Sina and the 56 of Ryan Price. Ruben Martin in the 550 and Matt Cesario in the 25 on row 12. Mark Snow in the 844 and Lachlan Browning in the 09. Wayne Edwards in the 17 and Cameron Hardwick in the 65. And then Jason Wilkinson in the 911 and Brad Dines round out the top 30.
Alrighty, out of P31, Elliot D and alongside Timothy Schmellenberg, Greg Johnston and Shane Ewens out of P34, 27 of Brendan Sopper and Steve Marion out of 36, 37th, 38th, Sammy McCall and Matthew Keane, who's also doing race control, I thought. Steph Piccolo and Joshua King out of P40.
And that is your starting grid for tonight's season opener. An absolute stacked field. 38 cars in this one. Absolutely mind-blowing.
That's a lot of cars here tonight for round one. So good to see a big, strong field there.
Absolutely. As time winds down, 3 seconds left. And here we go. The lights are on. And the cars are off. We are underway at Mosport. Oh, and a fantastic jump for Daniel Byrne right there. And he's already going to be on the outside of Dylan DeBono. DeBono fighting back on the inside. Oh, and just pushes Daniel Byrne way wide. Oh, man, and now here comes Lavery around the outside to pick up the pieces into the lead of this race. Oh, man, what a wild start right there. I imagine Daniel Byrne is probably not happy with that one. Yep, and there's the call.
Straight on to race control for that one. So we'll let them sort that out.
Oh, meanwhile, we're almost 3 wide, a little further back in the pack. Oh, a big send from Ash Glover. Oh, almost contact, but it's actually a very nice move for Glover. And now is he going to get any bump drafting help here from one of the Northwind cars behind him? As he is side by side with, I believe, yep, Thomas Sunny-Sina. And he is just about going to have the pass done. Cena trying to keep it on the outside through turn 8. But he cannot move Glover up another spot. Oh, and he goes way wide trying to defend here. Oh, gets the inside curb. But Cena not quite able to make the crossover happen just as of yet. Meanwhile, Daniel Byrne has recovered to P6 right now and trying to make his way back up the grid. His Lavery is trying to run away, but he is not. Only about 4/10 of a second is the lead. As here we go. Here comes Byrne looking to the inside of Trev Mortimer. With Sean Doyle behind, trying to see where he can go and how he's going to get a spot or two from this. We're on board with one of the Crime Wave cars. I believe it was Wayne Edwards. Oh no, we got a car going off in the back. It is Peter Hedgecoe. Hedgehog down. Fortunately, everyone was not supersonic racing on that one. You see, going through Moss. And, oh, it just goes around. I am surprised. Like I said, I've never spun a car out exit a Moss. That is wild. You see someone right there passing through. I think that might have been Steph Piccoli.
Yep. And there was a little bit of an incident just before that as well there. Just trying to check who that was. Looks like Lachlan, Browning, and Mark Snow there as well.
Yeah, and in fact, Snow did radio that in. Wow, nothing is really changed up front. You saw Byrne lost the spot to Sean Doyle. Oh, someone going off. Yeah, I'm not surprised Piccoli has a meatball. Oh, it goes straight off. Oh, absolutely hammers the tire barrier, and that is definitely going to be fast repair worthy for Steph. Fortunate start to the season for her, but right now we got a battle for the lead. Here comes DeBono trying to get to the outside of Kyle Lavery, but Lavery holds strong. It's difficult part to go side by side here are the S's, but it is gave birth to some incredible moments over the years from the NASCAR Truck Series. So many dumps and last lap moves into that corner. Hopefully we don't see that again tonight, but you never know at this point.
Well, there is a line of angry drivers right behind Kyle Lavery there in the race lead, all wanting to get to the front of this and lead a few laps here, or even take the win for the first race here in round one.
Yeah, and you know, there's that old saying of when you see a whole long line of cars behind someone, it seems like that car is holding them all up. But the thing about this car is they're so, you know, low momentum, not a whole lot of horsepower, that the draft just plays such a role in. And it sounds like, oh, we got a couple cars around on the Mario Andretti straight, and in fact, I think it's Greg Barber, one of them. Russell Gander, one of the two, and it is Greg Barber. Race control involved. Oh no. Oh. Not. I have no idea what. Paul, what did that look like to you? It looked like they almost got stuck there for a moment.
Missed that one. I was just reading the notes from race control there for a 10-second penalty for the 09. So missed that one, but looked like a pass move coming up here for possibly Sean Pro, and gonna get the pass on Trevor Mortimer there.
And he was trying, but Mortimer holds strong. And it looked like Mortimer was maybe even looking to take a look on Auckland. Oh, Mortimer goes a little wide, kicks up some dirt, but it's not a costly mistake.
It was actually Doug Gowans there. I was just trying to catch up on my views on who's who at the moment. Trying to learn everyone in these paints. Excuse me. But yeah, Doug Gowans getting the pass on Trevor Mortimer there.
And you see back up front, Lavery going defensive once again, and once again it will work to keep DeBono behind.
Braden Sagas are all over the back of Sean Doyle at the moment, trying to look for a pass, look for that.
Oh, Brandon Levin, a huge impact for the 46 as he is parked in the final corner. That's going to be a tow, and we might be getting our first safety car of the season. Oh, he's actually starting to get it to roll, and he is right by pit road. A little bit of contact from Callum Hodgkinson. Oh, and who was that he took with him? I think that might have been Mason Martin. Seeing Mason going to be an innocent bystander here. Levin bounces off the wall and just barely clipped him. In fact, was there some net code? Also, I don't know if Mason actually hit anything. I think he might have stopped it right before he made rear contact with the wall. That's a tough way to start the season for Brandon Levin, as his teammate trying to hold down the lead. Oh, look at the run that Auckland is going to get. Look at the run! Like he shot out of a cannon. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between him and DeBono. Dylan slid wide just a little bit, but Ackland is not phased whatsoever, as Lavery is loving what he's seeing in the mirror. But man, that car did not rotate for Ackland whatsoever, as now he is under fired. Ooh, and the drive-through for a tow without a permission for Russell Gander. So that one is going to sting for the 265, as you saw. See, Gallons. Wow, I just realized that is Doug's new paint. I am so not used to seeing him in a car like that. That is quite loud for what we've seen from old Grandpa Gallons here.
Well, definitely not driving like a grandpa. He's moved his way up through the field, up into P3 at the moment, and still looking at making moves.
Yeah, Doug Gallon's one of the craftiest and the crotchetiest guys in this series. Just one season removed from a championship, trying to see if he can bring home another crown. But right now is being led by Kyle Lavery, and Kyle really needs a turn of form. It has been a rough past few seasons for Lavery since his championship. The speed has absolutely been there, no question about it. But man, some horrendous luck and awful breaks have derailed some really good championship fights, especially a couple seasons ago. Leading with just a couple rounds to go, in fact, and he is trying to turn the tide. So we are already 10 minutes through race 1 tonight. Whoa, here comes Gowans.
This battle from Trevor Mortimer, Braden Sagas, and Daniel Byron, and Sean Doyle has been going on for quite a few laps as well, just in behind the front field here. We've been keeping an eye on that, and we've had some almost 3 wide action there as well. It's very hectic there at the moment.
Absolutely. It's hard to really figure out where to look, as Hodgkinson did receive a 5-second penalty for the contact with Levin. Uh-oh, and I think we have another stop car. I think it might have been Schmallenberg. I believe he's just requested a tow. Ooh, there he is. Oh, could this be safety car? Nope, they are giving him the go-ahead to tow. See, oh, just sideways and overcorrect of the Sentry. Oh, full left side contact into the tire barrier. He hit it square, but that did nothing to save the suspension on that car. You saw the left front was gone.
Well, earlier, James, you mentioned about an incident being a fast repair worthy. So the driver's got a few fast repairs up their sleeves, do they?
I believe they have one, from what I've always seen and understood.
Ready?
So, and the fact that we do have manual safety cars, that means that you're never truly out of it. Even if you have to tow, you get that fast repair, get a very nicely timed safety car, and guess what? You can still pick off a few positions. While you see nothing has changed up front, it is still this big, long train of
Bono's got to
cars.
run.
He sure does. Gave Lavery a little bit of a bump draft and is now trying the Daytona strategy of push the car in front of you out and then dive out with the run, and he's going to do so, and he's going to clear into the race lead. Perfectly executed for Dylan DeBono. But if you're DeBono, you're probably maybe a little bit nervous because from what I've seen, I don't think they've made a ruling yet on that lap 1 incident between him and Daniel Burns. So we don't know if there's a penalty coming his way.
Well, all we can do there at the moment is eyes forward. We saw he had some great pace in qualifying there, so if he can try and build a little bit of a gap and some time, might help him with some positions a bit later if he does get the penalty.
Yeah, but pulling away is easier said than done. Might need a meteor strike to be able to accomplish that with the way we've been going. We are just about at the halfway point of race 1 as you see some battle in there in that second pack. Katakuzanos under fire. Nope, actually that was Timothy Schmallenberg that they were lapping past. Katakuzanos is not under fire. In fact, he is seen side by side behind him. You see the leaders snake their way through the S's. Oh, a huge moment for Trev Mortimer right behind. Off into the wall. That was a hard impact. Oh, you see, he is having to hold on to it something fierce. That car is broke. You're going to see going through the final corner. And he just gets loose, and then I don't know if that was an overcorrect or a bump from Sagasser, who had no time to react. You are not going to have time to do anything when you're that close to a car having a moment like that. But all we know is that is big junk for Trev Mortimer, and it is also a meatball as well. Heartbreak for Trev. Oh man, he is doing a valiant effort.
Well, just when a little bit of a gap gets built by DeBono, it's getting closed up again by Kyle there. So he was out to about 4/10, and that gap's closed in half again. So he just can't quite get the breakaway he needs.
No, he can't. And honestly, I was expecting the draft to be a major factor, but I wasn't quite expecting it to be this much of a factor. I still figured there was enough, medium speed corners and slower to maybe get some more separation, but we have not seen that. Meanwhile, if you're Lavery, I would probably consider just trying to ride behind DeBono as long as possible and maybe try to slipstream pass on the final lap. Oh, Ruben Martin has requested a tow. Oh, the 25 at Cesario as well. That sounds like a big incident. Oh, and I think we might have saw it. Yep, right there on the approach to turn 2, it looks like.
Cameron Hardwick in the wall as well, riding that, and
oh no! Oh my God! What? Oh no! Ruben Martin turned into a helicopter! Holy crackers! What a hit! Look at this! I believe I can fly! Oh my gracious! Safety car is called, and we need the hospital helicopter for Ruben Martin. Oh, this is one of the most violent hits you will ever see. Cam Hardwick just had a Beyblade. Oh, and he had his moment. Look at the airtime Cam got from that. Are you serious? Paul, have you ever?
Not for a long time. That's a pretty big one there.
Oh,
The whole wheel,
that.
front left, front right wheel just ripped off that car hanging on.
Oh, look at that. That will give him some great grip if he ever tries the wall ride. Got all the contact patch available. Ouch. All I have to say is ouch. Wow. That
Well, I didn't think we were going to see the safety car tonight. It looked like it was smooth sailing, even though we had a couple of little incidents here and there. But they all seemed pretty casual compared to that one. And yeah, surprised to see the safety car come out tonight.
I've seen like 20 car pileups look more mundane than that. Gosh, that might be the biggest hit I've seen since being a part of SRW broadcast. That's going on the highlight reels. I don't think they need the health tent, Kobe. I think they need the tarps. Oh boy. Well, this completely changes this race now because we're only gonna have, I'd say, maybe 6 minutes or so left by the time we go back green. We're gonna get, I imagine, one more lap. I'd say safety car will likely be in this time by. And now you're going to have everyone in the fray. This is going to be no holds bar at the end of this ball.
Going to say it'll be a single file restart, obviously, from behind the safety car. So come in, and as soon as that safety car's off, green flag once again, James.
Yep, and I'd say we're probably not going to be single file for long. Probably won't be a double file for long either. And now this is big if you're those that had lost that main draft, like Katakuzanos, Hodgkinson, Humbly, and co. Because now they're right back in it, and there's more positions on offer here.
Well, I'll have about 7.5 minutes to take advantage of trying to make up as many positions as they can now.
And yep, we are given the command. Safety car is pulling away. So now it's all about picking the best possible start to gun it if you're Dylan DeBono. We trying to get himself out of draft range from the get-go, but it is going to be tough to pull that feat off. And now Dylan DeBono whenever he sees fit, will run. Lavery almost bump drafting the 11 car, trying to make sure that he is prepared when he finally hits the gas. I believe he's just hit the gas. Yes, he has. And we are back green at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. 7 minutes left in race 1. And you see Lavery did a great job to hold with DeBono. Not quite the same could be said for Gowns.
Yeah, Phil stretching out a little bit there, James.
Oh, DeBono slides wide, almost went off the track, barely held it on, and that's going to give Lavery an opportunity. I have no idea how he kept that car on the track. I have seen way too many times that once you're out at that point, there's no coming back. And that allowed Gowans to catch back up, and now he is dragging everyone back with him. So here we go, off of Moss. Here comes the slipstream. And here comes Lavery, pops out, trying to take the lead back.
He's got the run. He's got the nose in.
Oh, they bump. A little bit of right side romance. Lavery, he is keeping to the outside better than we've seen anyone do. But DeBono able to pull in the middle of the S's, and he will hold on to the lead. So I'd say we're looking at maybe 4 laps to go here. Once again, a little wide from DeBono. And Lavery had to look. Down into turn 2, and it's a 5-way scrap. They've been able to put a little bit of gap onto Sean Doyle. And Tesario getting a 5-second time penalty for the incident heard around the world. Go through Moss once again, and Lavery will likely try this move for a second time. Oh, meanwhile, we had a couple cars go around in the back. Looks like Wayne Edwards and one of the pear-shaped cars, as here comes Lavery. And he might have a little bit of help from Gowans. But this time Lavery just couldn't stay on the outside at all. As we are coming back to just 4 minutes remaining in this race.
Like very hard pass there from the outside. It's quite difficult there. Like you get the setup into the first corner, but then whoever's on the inside there has got the run for the next 2. So it's going to be pretty difficult there unless Kyle can get to the inside.
Yeah, I just don't think these things have the power to really keep on the outside. They just kind of bog down. I'd say you can do that fairly easily in a little more of a higher powered car, but just doesn't seem like it's a possibility with these cars, as this is a nice little scrap. Oh no, we got one of the Northwood cars going around. It looks like David Simmons. Actually, is that Kevin Wakefield?
Oh!
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is now a big one. Oh no, Brady! Oh, that was nearly, oh boy.
Oh, those reverses couldn't be timed worse there.
We see, oh no, my God. Oh, Brendan Soper. Ouch. Nothing more you can say
Well,
then ouch.
final lap, and Lavery running real wide off the track there.
Yeah.
Giving a lot of breathing room there to DeBono now. So final lap here, white flag.
Actually, not quite. We still have now 2 minutes remaining, so I think we're gonna be a white flag here this time.
Squeeze another one in, maybe.
I'd say so. Meanwhile, both Martins getting penalties, Ruben Martin and Mason Martin. So I'm guessing that. Let me look into this. So, okay, so I think the penalty on Cesario might have been a mistake. I think the correction, is it showing a correction? I think it might be for Ruben Martin. So that's what happened with the call on that one. As you see, Gowns and Sagasser. Sagasser around Gowns. What a move. Oh, but he's having to hold on to it, wheeling it over the dirt. And Gowns is fighting back. And Doug's got his teammate Sean Doyle trying to push him through. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. Doug going way off, trying to hold on to it as we're going to be 3 wide. Oh, no. Oh, and Doyle going off, but he held it. He did not go off into Neverland. He kept it on the dirt and got it back on the track. Oh, man. Oh, I have no idea how they survived that.
That was a crazy moment there. The battle for P3 turned into something quite more further back.
No kidding. As now, oh, I think. Do you see they're going by
Soper looks
Brendan Soper.
Very damaged car there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're looking at the front. I don't think Lavery's going to be close enough to make a move on the lead here. He's looking. Oh, here comes Sagasser. Brain tucks back in, and so does Lavery, but a bit of a slide from DeBono. But not enough of a lane for Lavery to take advantage of it. Off of the final corner, checker flag in sight. Dylan DeBono will win race number 1 at MOTORSPORT. Man, what a final lap. You see others making their way across right now. And just trying to look at who is the race winner for the Pro-Ams and the Ams. You see Dylan DeBono, your winner in the Pro class, with Kyle Lavery, Braden Sagasser, Doug Gallons, and Dan Ackland rounding out the top 5. Daniel Byrne, Sean Doyle, David Gallo, Sam Catacuznos, and Callan Hodgkinson round out the top 10. Your Pro-Am winner is Phil Hambley, with Elliot D. and Wayne Edwards joining him on the class podium. Jason Wilkinson and Joshua King, top 5. Great job for Joshua King after starting dead last. Cam Hardwick finishing 6th, being involved in the calamity of all calamities. Peter Hedgeco, Ruben Martin, Lachlan Browning, and Matt Cesario round out the top 10. And in the AMs, it's Greggy Johnson getting the win. Brad Dines and Sammy McCoy with the podium. Steve Marion, Brendan Soper, Steph Piccoli, Shane Nellens, and Mark Snow round out the finishers in the AMs category.
Well, you mentioned a good drive there from Joshua King, but it looks like he's actually disconnected from the session too. So not sure if that's just a reset or if he'll be back for the second race.
Yeah, I am not sure either. Hopefully for King's sake, we see him back here, but we have about 4 minutes or so left before it's time to grid for the last race of the night. Paul, that was wild. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, you know me, I love crashes. I like to see a big one, and yeah, that was a pretty wild crash that brought out the safety car. So, like I said, I didn't expect to see a safety car in the first race of the first round of the season. So that's something there.
Brought out the safety car and the hearse.
Wow. Brought out everything for me. I feel like I've been treated tonight.
You absolutely have. This series puts on some bangers, but that one is a banger of all bangers right there. A lot of wall bangers, in fact.
Well, I forgot, because it's been quite a few years, but I forgot how hard it was to call a road race once again. It's been too long for me, but doing a great job there, James.
Yeah, you are doing a fantastic job, and yeah, the road, it definitely takes a lot more on us broadcasters. It's difficult trying to give something to talk about, give something for everyone to listen to. Sometimes it gets difficult when things get spread out, but they really did make it a lot easier on us with some pretty fantastic racing. That long train of cars going for the win and some really interesting incidents. So I will say that as a broadcaster, at times you're as good as the race that you're watching, and say that one was pretty good.
Well, I'm sure everyone tuning in at home tonight would certainly agree with that, and plenty of action for race 1 and round 1, but looking forward to race 2. So is it a reverse grid for race 2, James, or is it just from the starting how they finished?
Yep, no invert, so that means DeBono is going to have the pole once again. This is the first race in the 86s with the inverts eliminated.
Ooh-wee. Well, the fast one's out the front, so the rest of the field's going to have to work twice as hard now.
Yeah, that is putting it mildly, and it's going to be difficult for everyone. You saw how much pace that Dylan DeBono had. It's going to be tough to keep him behind.
Well,
Kyle.
even 5/10, he got out to half a second gap there, and even then, that draft, Kyle Lavery able to pull that back still from half a second gap. So, as you said, that draft's really working out there tonight.
That it is. It is everyone's best friend except for the one that is leading the race. As you see, the warm-up has ended, and it's time to grid for race 2 here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. We'll go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for race 2. Dylan DeBono still on pole with Kyle Avery next to him in the 188. Brain Sagaster in the 166, and Doug Gallants in the 07 on row 2. Dan Acklin in the 377, and Daniel Byrne in the 808. Row 3, Sean Doyle in the 174, and David Gallo in row 4. Sam Katakuzanos and Callan Hodgkinson rounding out the top 10. And I believe we actually might be going green here immediately. It does not look like they increased time for the grid.
Well, not everyone's lined up on the grid yet either. So now they've set that to 3 minutes. So that'll give everyone a chance to grid up. So we can keep running through from P11 there, maybe.
Yeah,
Grid.
Go ahead. Yeah, take it away, Paul.
Alrighty, P11 there. Thomas Sinner. P12, Phil Hambley, Jason Dapp in 13th, Ash Glover in 14th, Elliot D there in 15th, Cameron Edwards in 16th, Mason Martin in 17th, Wayne Edwards 18th, Trev Mortimer in 19th, and your top 20 there is Greg Johnston.
And we have Jason Wilkinson. I don't know why I'm messing that up. In the 911 next to Joshua King in the 911, but missing one of the ones. Cam Hardwick in the 65, and Peter Hedgeko on row 12. Brad Dines in the 82, and Greg Barber in the 22 on row 13. Sammy McCall in the 025, and Steve Marion in the 351. And then Brendan Soper in the 27, and Ruben Martin in the 550 round out the top 30.
31st there is Lachlan Browning. 32nd, Matt Tesoria. And no idea if I'm saying that right. But 33rd there, Steph Piccoli. 34th, Ryan Price. 35th, Shane Newens. 36th, Timothy Schmalenberg. 37th, Russell Gander. 38th, Mark Snow. 39th, Brandon Levin. And rounding out your field, 40th, Matthew Keane.
And with that, we just have one more minute before the lights are on. The last possible moment for everyone to take a deep breath and gather their thoughts here before everything gets wild. $30 seconds to go. Up here we have everyone on the grid from what I can see.
Well, race 1 was wild, James. So hopefully we'll see more of the same for race 2.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you take us away for the start.
And here we are. The lights are on. And the cars are off. We're underway on MOTORSPORT. See, it looks like another not great jump for Dylan DeBono. And there goes Lavery around the outside into the lead, as DeBono's going to have company from Sagasser. Braden not able to stay alongside. Not seeing who is the unlucky party in that one, as Lavery tries to run away.
Matt Tesorio and Shane Newens there spinning on the first corner.
Nightmare start to the year for Tesario, as Braden Sagasser will not let Dylan DeBono run away. And me, Kyle Avery's hoping to see them side by side in his mirror so he can try to get himself out of draft range. Well, that's not happening. Here they come. And Doug Gowans, he's just at the edge of draft range. They've got to work together to catch up to these lead three, as here comes Dylan DeBono. That's going to help. Oh, but he can't stay to the inside as Lavery holds on. It's a good set of corners for Gowans and company, as they are now only half a second behind. They are officially back in the draft. We look on at Gowns from the onboard camera of Sagasser. Definitely, even with that one incident, definitely seems like a much cleaner start to this one there, Paul. Meanwhile, penalty to Steph Piccoli. Getting 10 seconds, I believe that might have been the cause of what you saw earlier there, Paul.
Yeah, quite possibly. Check
Here we
the
go.
replay
Here's
on
the
that one.
replay. And oh, what? So no, that might have been separate from what we saw with those two.
Yeah, I think it was the 82 of
Oh, Soper.
that was
Oh my.
my.
Yeah, rough hit for Brendan Soper.
Yeah, I think that was the 82 of Brad Dines getting spun maybe with Steph Piccoli.
Yeah, Dines did radio something in as he saw Lavery go a little wide. Here we go. Replay of what happened to Brad Dines. And oh, look at the set. What in the world was that? One of the Northwind cars with probably one of the worst sends I have ever seen. Going for a gap that had just closed like right before he even made that move and ends up monster trucking over the curb. Brad Dines just the innocent bystander on that one. That, first of all, the airtime he got, Paul, that was a hard hit.
Yes, well, Lavery's got that half-second gap there, trying to extend it, but that draft's just coming back on there as Sagas is still all over the back of DeBono.
Yeah, but you see, Lavery has got himself a little bit of breathing room, just enough to where it's not giving DeBono an opportunity to get the nose in anywhere.
It looks like you need about that half-a-second gap to sort of be comfortable run in, but here comes DeBono looking for a pop-out to turn one.
That's not gonna. Yeah, that didn't work for him at all. He's gonna lose the spot to Sagasser. Great driving from Sagasser, able to take advantage of what ends up being a own goal strategy-wise. That to not go according to plan for the pole sitter and the race one winner.
Well, take a risk and yeah, it either pays off or it doesn't. In this case, it didn't.
Yeah, it a 50-50 chance, and it landed on the side of the coin he did not call. But now I don't know if that's much better if you're Kyle Lavery, because Braden Sagasser, he has shown that there's a lot of pace in his 1.9 machine. Is there he goes, looking to the outside. Whoa, he might have it done.
Ooh, yes.
He does. Around the outside.
I saw Sagasser make that outside pass on Gowans earlier, and yeah, he definitely had the pace around the outside, and he's just shown that once again to take the race lead.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff. Meanwhile, oh, we got one of the Northwind cars off of the back. Oh, and I don't know if that ended well or not. Meanwhile, penalty for Lachlan Browning. I believe that was the Northwind car that we saw take to the winds on the curb into Moss Corner. Look at that. Sagasser is starting to give himself a little bit of space. That car is quick. But of course, it probably isn't going to matter, as Lavery is going to have all the draft he wants. Meanwhile, cars in the back of this train really not making too much of an effort to make passes. Far too early in this race, as you see Sagaster kind of miss the apex a little bit on entry. But a great recovery down to the curb. And will lead another lap. Oh, but Lavery might have had enough of that. Here he is looking to the inside. And DeBono is not close enough where he could try to pull what Sagaster did on him, as they're still too wide. Here comes the danger, and Lavery backs off. Very smart. Oh, and he's going to send it. Whoa, they're still side by side. Lavery leaving just enough room. Oh, they're rubbing. They are leaning on each other. Lavery trying to hold on. Nope. Sagaster will clear, but Lavery will try again at the end of the Mario Andretti straightaway. Meanwhile, 5-second time penalty to Mason Martin. As now you see, got Byrne around the outside of Gallons, and now Lavery around the outside of Sagaster. And it will not work, and it might not work for Byrne, but he's got the inside right now. Doug slides wide. Can't Byrne get the spot, trying to go around the outside, little bit of a wiggle. But he will. He got the job done. Meanwhile, car in the wall in the back. I believe it's Jason Depp with the spin off of the final corner. And oh, just went around on him, and that is a huge hit to the inside wall. And that will be a meatball for Jason Depp. Accomplished driver in the Super Formula Lights, making his GR86 debut, and does not look like it's going to be ending on a high note. So we have the next round in Lavery and Sagaster. What's interesting to me, Paul, is that they're still getting enough of a buffer back to Dylan DeBono where they could just kind of focus on each other.
Oh, DeBono was maybe going to look at the inside then on Lavery. A little bit of a checkup there, decide not to take the run on the outside, but still not quite close enough there. Oh, Ruben Martin right off the track there, locking up the brakes, I think.
Yeah, a rough evening for Ruben Martin. Meanwhile, Ryan Price has just radioed something in. Not sure what happened to Pricey. We continue to look on in the battle for the lead. Oh no, Trev Mortimer going around. I think he might have had a little bit of help from Elliott D.
Meanwhile, DeBono's taking second place from Lavery.
That he did. A great move from DeBono. Getting it done at not one of the better passing opportunities. Now Ruben Martin just called something in.
Looks like leader's coming up on some lack of
Whoa.
traffic there, but big early move there for De Bono, trying to look for that inside into the entry there, but not close enough.
Yeah, maybe trying to get Saxer off his game just a little bit there. Just peer in the mirrors, maybe spook him a little bit. Get
Play a
him
bit of
to...
a psych game.
Yep. Trying to see if he can't force a little bit of a miss on the braking marker to make the pass much easier. But ultimately, Saxer not phase one bit as car off. I believe that's Cam Hardwick. Cam wrestled it back on the track, so nothing really doing as they're catching up to Brendan Soper at a very unfortunate time to catch him.
Oh, and another
There's
car
a
off track too.
limping car. Now the limping car of Ryan Price was not in the way at all, but I don't think you can quite say the same for Brendan Soper here. And in fact, I think Brain Sagasser has just called that in.
Oh yes, well that's going to give De Bono the run on the inside this time, and he's
Oh,
going to make that work, I think.
yeah, Sagasser went way wide by and it caught some of the marbles. Oh, but he's still holding on. Oh, slide wide, and I think De Bono's gonna take it. But no, here comes Sagasser getting a little bit of help from Bird, and I think that might have been too much help. That kind of pushed him off, and through goes Lavery into the lead of the race. And now Daniel Byrne on the outside of Dylan De Bono. And I'm sure he has race one, turn one in his mind, as I don't think there was actually ever a penalty given. But if you're Dylan De Bono, I don't know if you want to see driver Bob in your mirror. And now here we go. Here comes the draft. Who is gonna make one move? What move? Right now you see it looks like the first move might be made by De Bono, and he will. But here comes Byrne. We're 3 wide into turn 8. Oh, and Byrne is going to take the lead. Incredible stuff.
First, that's the red rocket right there.
What a move by Daniel Byrne. Now that's going to be a highlight reel moment.
Well,
Dylan De Bono thought he was taking the lead and now finds himself back in third.
fourth even. Sagas has moved up to third, but that's one way to do it around the outside.
While drive-through penalty for Brandon Levin causing multiple collisions. We did not see that. Not the start to the season. Oh my goodness. Wayne Edwards and Elliott D. And Wayne Edwards is calling in for the tow truck. You see D sideways trying to gather it back up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that might be a failure to hold brakes penalty for Elliott D.
Unfortunate, wrong place, wrong time moment there.
Yeah, Wayne Edwards, the reigning AMS champion. Title defense is taking a hit as he is now up into the Pro-Am class, of course. Meanwhile, up at the front, no change. It is still Byrne, Lavery, and Sagasser, your top three. as we are under halfway in the final race of the night. We'll see how long Byrne can hold this. You imagine that car might be driving angry, trying to get some redemption from race 1. But Lavery haven't done it. Oh, it's Sagasser! Tried to make the move to the inside and nearly ended them both. I'm not sure if Lavery tried to squeeze or not.
It looked like Lavery was maybe trying to make a run on Byron there, and went to come back into that gap, which was closing pretty quickly from Sagasser, and just caught the front lip of his car.
Yeah, in fact, Sagasser apologizing over the radio and Lavery saying no worries, so it's not seem like that's gonna get called into race control then. Both drivers saying racing deal and moving on, but that is giving Byrne an opportunity to pull away. The gap is up to 7/10. But 7/10 isn't looking to be enough at this rate.
Well, that's one of the biggest gaps we've seen from the leader, but again, that draft slowly closing that gap down to 5/10 already.
Yeah, they were lucky that that moment was so close to a big braking zone, because that could have been the draft loss right then and there, especially if it happened a little closer to the apex of Moss. But as such, you see, they have caught back up to Byrne. While Brandon Levin looks like he has served his drive-through and then called it a night. While we look on his teammate who is trying to get the lead back. Look to the inside, but nowhere close enough for Daniel Byrne to really be worried.
Well, I don't know about you, but the sun's setting very quickly there as well.
Yeah, a lot of cloud cover out of nowhere. It's only just about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, so not gonna have to worry about losing daylight. It is definitely made the outlook a little gloomy.
Might cool off the track temps a little bit with that cloud cover.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are really hoping for that to happen. But the sun is back out. Here comes the sun, and oh, here comes Lavery, as Byrne kind of slipped wide on the entry and caught some dirt. And I actually kind of made it a moot point with Lavery giving him a bump, nowhere to go. I don't see any damage on either car. Oh, and penalty for Elliott. I imagine that might be for the incident with Wayne Edwards, but not sure. While Byrne continues to lead, and he is really pushing the exit on a lot of these corners, Paul. You've seen him kick up a lot of dust.
Yeah, definitely stepping out the back of that car. And Lavery looking to try and get a good run here.
He's got the run, but he's also got someone in his mirror. Oh, but here he is.
Out of the corner.
Great run for Lavery as he's gonna get the lead. What a move! And now what does Daniel Byrne do to fight back? And we got to readdress 265, give way to 65. So Gander to Hardwick. And look at that, Byrne choosing to bump draft Lavery. Sagaster choosing to jump out of line. DeBono looking to choose to do nothing as he sits while these three fight. Oh, Sagaster able to get the spot on Daniel Byrne. Daniel Byrne just started that lap in P1, now P3, as here comes Doyle to the inside of DeBono. And Sean Doyle will get the spot on the race 1 winner, but DeBono not giving up. He's got to now as Doyle shuts the door, and here comes Gowns. Oh, Lavery going a little bit wide on exit. Braden Sagaster in hot pursuit. As DeBono, rough couple laps for him, and now he might have to throw the defense on Doug Gallons, but he got a great run out of the corner, and he is far closer to Doyle than Doug is to him. Meanwhile, here's Sagaster jumping out of the line. Byrne electing to give him the push, and that will give him the lead. Braden Sagaster back out in front. Whoa. You saw Doyle and DeBono almost trading paint there. This is a 8-way fight for the win, as you see Kata Kuzanos right there at the back of this pack. Sam able to hold on to their draft. Meanwhile, Dan Ackland, top 5 in race 1, but he lost the draft and he is ways away, almost, let's say, 4.5 seconds. You see a little bit of a break.
Oh, about 4 laps to go, James. So those laps are counting down pretty quick.
Yeah, time is running out and the opportunities are running out. As we're just waiting for Kyle Lavery to pop out and make his move, but oh, there he is. Or not.
Well, we've seen Sagaster do it a few times around the outside, and he's seen that and sort of ran that car a little bit wider there, making it a bit harder for Lavery to pop out and try and get that run around the outside this time. So a little bit of defensive driving there, trying to shut off that outside run.
Yeah, great defensive driving from Sagaster. So we are under 5 minutes to go now. Meanwhile, Sean Doyle is getting very racy. Beating up the back bumper of Daniel Byrne, but instead here's Dylan DeBono. Oh, and Sean gonna shut the door. So we go down into Moss, and you see they're still able to stretch the gap over Byrne. They get through 2 and 3 so well that Byrne is just not close enough to make a move. We got a lap car up in the distance. Believe that might be Steph Piccoli. Oh, Sagasser real wide. Lavery not able to take advantage of it. As we are coming to just 2 laps to go in race number 2. And if you're Lavery, you might have to make this move now and hope you can build enough. Oh, Lavery going wide. That's not going to help his chances at all. Lavery needs the next few corners of his life to try to catch back up to Braden Sagasser. They are not going to catch Steph in a great spot on the track. Steph going wide, doing everything she can. Oh, and a pump burned into Lavery. And that's going to check burn up, and here comes Doyle. Lavery is not going to be close enough to do anything to Sagasser, but he might at least get back up to range to make that move on the white flag lap. Oh, DeBono gets blocked off by Doyle. The battle for the final spot on the podium, absolutely supernova. As I don't think I see the white flag. I think we actually might have missed it by just, yeah. Man, just barely missed it by like a second. Braden Sagas are probably punching the air right now.
More racing goodness for us, though.
Yeah, and I think the happiest person to see no white flag is Kyle Lavery. That's going to give him one extra chance to try to take this lead back. Especially since Daniel Byrne has his hands full. He's also got nose damage from the contact with Lavery. That is putting him in this very compromised position.
Well, Lavery definitely needs this extra lap to close that gap on Sagasser, so he can make that move on the white flag lap.
Yeah, we'll see. Going through turn 8 for potentially the final time. Oh, look at the step from Doyle. Oh, and that was a hip check. Doyle into Byrne. That's going to give Doyle P3. As, yep, now it is white flag.
I think Doyle got a little bit of a helping hand from DeBono as well. A little bit of a push there.
Whoa! Almost more contact between Byrne and DeBono. Oh, DeBono! Oh, tried to throw the block on Doug, and Doug almost sent him to Toronto. Whoa, I imagine Dougie is not pleased with that one. But look at the battle up front. Oh, and there's more contact. DeBono and Byrne. Oh, and here comes Dylan. Oh, Byrne slips wide, and there goes Gowns. Oh, they beat and bang on each other again, and Byrne takes it back. Meanwhile, up front, Lavery is not close enough to make the move on Braden Sagasser. A great run through Moss has might have given Braden the win here. Daniel Byrne radioing something in. There's so much to radio in at this point. I don't even know. But going through the S's one last time. Off of the final corner. Lavery not close enough. And Braden Sagasser will win on debut. He wins race 2 at MOTORSPORT. Lavery, Doyle, DeBono is the one who brings it home in 4th. You see across the line, it looks like believe Mr. Hedgehog himself gets the win, and Greggy Johnson. It's a sweep in the AMS division for Team Greg. Wow. There's nothing left to be said about that race, Paul, other than wow.
Well, definitely put on a show. The top 6 drivers there for us, and some really good hard racing there between all of them.
Yeah, they put on a show. See, round 1 could not have gone better if you're asking us. Incredible stuff. Season 3 off to a flying start.
And that's only race 1 and 2 of round 1, so bring on next week. Be plenty more of that to come as well. They've set the bar high in the first round.
That they have. It's going to be a tough bar to clear. See the team SRW cars lining up for a little bit of a photo right behind the race winner. We watch our race winner make his way back onto the straightaway to celebrate. And now we wait for our 5 interviewees to hop into the waiting room. But yeah, Paul, that was a one heck of a baptism by fire for Braden Sackesser, and for you being able to watch all this.
Yeah, well, I've actually seen Sackesser on track before as well, so not only Sammy K but Sackesser, and I knew that was going to be one to watch as well tonight, and he definitely made his way through the field in the first race to set himself up for that second one to take the win.
Yes, sir. As we have the final finishing results, the race winner for the pro class, Braden Sackesser from Kyle Avery and Sean Doyle. Dylan DeBono and Daniel Byrne round out the top 5. Doug Gowans, Thomas Sunny-Cena, Sam Katakuzanos, Dan Ackland, and Callan Hodgkinson the top 10. Your winner, Peter the Hedgehog Hedgeco, gets the win with Jason Wilkinson and Russell Gander top 3. Matt Cesario with a great recovery up to P4 in class after race 1. Lachlan Browning round out the top 5. Timothy Schmallenberg, Cam Hardwick, Ruben Martin, Elliot D, and Phil Hambly in the top 10. Greg Johnson with the sweep, with Brad Dines and Shane Nowens. And then Mark Snow, Sammy McCoyle, Steve Marion, Steph McCauley, and Brendan Soper round out the finishers in AMS. And taking a look while we wait for everyone to hop in.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push.
And I believe we already have Greg Johnson in the waiting room waiting for his turn to talk.
Group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense.
So we will go ahead and bring Greg up.
And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Greg, James in the booth. You got a copy. Oh, wait, I remember this from a couple seasons ago. I think we have to move. We're in the wrong one, yes. All right, let's try this again. Greg, James in the booth, you got a copy?
I have James. How you going, mate?
Oh, going all right, but not as good as you. How about it? Getting the sweep to start off the season.
Yeah, I don't know if I won the. No, Wayne got me in the first one, Wayne Edwards, but yeah, managed to get on his back in the second one and got past him when he ran wide, and then I don't know what he did. He just disappeared out of my mirrors at some stage. So yeah, I was pretty happy to not happy for Wayne, but happy to see a gap grow.
Well, don't forget, driver, he got promoted to Pro-Am, so you're actually not really racing him this season.
Like what, Wayne Edwards?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
At least from what we see on our roster.
Oh, okay. That's good. I missed the last 3 rounds of last season. I was away for a couple of them and I got tied up on the third last round. So, yeah, I sort of lost track of what was going on at the end of last season. But, yeah, look, tonight was a lot of fun. It's a tough track to pass on. I managed to overtake some of the guys in front of me to work my way in and hold off a few guys where I needed to. And, yeah, then it was a case of just cutting as consistent a lap as I could, sitting on the 130s, late high 129s, and just hoping that none of them caught up to me. So yeah, it was a good fun race for me.
Absolutely, you had a heck of a run out there. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, we got a few with the car. As always, you know, we support the Prostate Cancer Foundation of Australia. It's a cause dear to my heart, or dear to my prostate, unfortunately, having had prostate surgery myself. So big shout out to all the prostate cancer survivors. Red Energy, who support me. And Chirocentric. My chiro keeps me on my back lined up so I can get in the race car as much as I can. And last but by no means least, Greg's 3D Trucks and Trains, my little business that helps pay for my racing.
Alrighty, we appreciate you, Greg, and hopefully we're talking to you again here next week.
Thanks, mate. Catch you later.
Alright, there's your AMS winner, Greg Johnson, and how about it, Paul? You want to talk to our Pro-Am winner?
Oh, why not? I'll drag your Pro-Am winner up in here. So, Peter Hedgeco, how you going?
Not too bad, thanks. I was just having a look at race reports.
Oh, sorry to pull you away from that. So, jump up in the booth here, have a chat with us. So, the round one, how'd you find that was tonight?
Very intense. After crashing out myself on the second lap in race 1, had a lot of work. I'm sitting back in P24 for race 2 and just trying to race clean. Had a great battle with I think it was Greg Barber for many a lap there. Then picked up a couple more at the end. I had no idea I was up towards the front of the Pro-Ams. Although I'm sure I wouldn't have gotten it if Phil Hambley hadn't have run out of fuel.
Oh dear. Well, that's not what you want to do in the race, run out of fuel. No, job done. So round one, coming home in first. So can't complain with that one. And,
No, big surprise that was.
we just got to settle something here. Is the hedgehog that's on your car from over the hedge?
I'm not sure if he is actually. It was just a GIF I found on the internet and use that.
Well, there you go, James. All those times watching over the hedge, and you've never spotted him because he's not in there.
And people said that wouldn't come in handy in my life. Show them.
Alrighty, well, congrats on coming home first there, and we'll let you have a shout out to your sponsors and fans at home.
I'm a privateer. That was all me.
Alrighty, well, shout out to yourself then.
Well done, Hedge.
Someone picked this man up, coming home in first in Pro-Am. There you go.
Will I stay in Pro-Am now?
Well, I don't know, because I'm probably not staying in this booth, so if I don't stay, who knows, you might be able to stay. So we'll let you go and celebrate that one.
Yeah, thanks very much for the event, guys. Really appreciate letting me race.
No worries, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Ready,
James?
That was our Pro-Am winner, and now it's time to get to the podium. Gonna start with third place finisher of Sean Doyle. Sean, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, gentlemen.
Well, that was one wild battle there at the end. Just take us through your point of view. That was some crazy side-by-side racing.
Mate, that was unbelievable pretty much from start to finish. I really don't know how I managed to get in the third, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, you were able to pick up the pieces there because they were getting really aggressive with one another, and I'm honestly surprised we didn't see more fireworks on the track from it. What was going through your mind when you're seeing all the train paint that was going on?
When I was in sixth, I was thinking, mate, something is going to happen up the front. I'm happy just to sit behind here and chill out. I said to Dougie Gowans, I said, mate, we'll just sit here because something's going to happen. Then all of a sudden they started backing up. I got a run on Dougie. I think 2 laps later, I got the move in the third and stayed there from there. So I was actually stoked. I thought there was going to be way more carnage than what there was. It was actually pretty clean racing.
Yeah, it was aggressive, it was chaotic, but it was clean, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And you know, as drivers out there, that's all we really want and ask for, is to be involved in awesome battles like that where you get out of the car and you're like, man, that was fun.
Yeah, after that race, I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, that's some super great racing. Should be so entertaining. Nose to tail for half an hour, the whole race. Unreal.
Yeah, it looked like that track just worked to perfection with these cars.
Yeah, super hard to overtake, but then one little mistake and you've got someone on your ass that's just going to pounce.
Absolutely. And you were the one pounding on the... you know what? I'm not going to finish that thought since I already messed it up. I already messed it up once, and like the way I messed it up, it's just not going to be good. So we'll just go ahead and cut to your sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs there.
Cheers, boys. I'd like to thank all the SLM boys, Sud Speed, SLM Paint and Maintenance, and other new sponsor, IBD Vinyl Co. Unbelievable. All the boys on SLM, Dougie, Thomas, Matt, bloody unreal. Helpful so much. Have to thank my mum, always tune in. Beautiful partner and beautiful child. Everyone else that tunes in. You guys, all the guys at SRW, thank you so much. Loved it.
Alrighty, we appreciate you, Sean, and hopefully we're talking to you again here next week.
Let's hope so, boys. See what I can do.
Alright, there's your third place finisher of Sean Doyle, and now I think Paul's going to talk to our runner-up, Kyle Avery.
Alrighty, well, second place there, Kyle Lavery. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks, Will.
That's good. He had a nice solid run in the first race there. Had a good little battle there with DeBono in the first race. But the second race as well, you started off with a little bit of a battle there, but it turned into the top six having a bit of a battle with you.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting there towards the end of that second race. I think if there was another 10 minutes, then it could have changed up again. It was getting hard to hang for the position, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, had a pretty good run there, and Sagas really made things hard trying to get the lead back from him, that's for sure. The moves around the outside just didn't quite happen there for you.
No, I was trying to make it stick. I think we had a bit of difference in setup. Whether he had less downforce or just a better exit off that real tight corner leading onto the back straight, it was all of the action was obviously into that big straight. So whoever got the better run and had enough draft to get around when we sort of who was overtaking. So it was kind of just strategizing around the corner to see if he had enough pace to block them, and he come around the outside a couple of times in it. So he was doing something right, and I think he made up a heap of positions there on other races, so it was deserved.
Well, not to take away from you, so yeah, pretty good results tonight. Two second place finishes to start off the round, so that'll definitely get your season underway quite nicely there for you.
Yep, that's a better start to the season than last season, where we wrecked in the first lap. So see if we can keep it consistent this time.
Well, yeah, much better start this one then, and yeah, well, hopefully that continues on for you into race 2.
Yeah, hopefully I'll do the best.
Well, we'll let you have a shout out to any sponsors you've got and any viewers at home.
Yeah, well, big thanks to all the SIW guys for putting on the race, and I think there was only one in RT tonight, so awesome job there. And shout out to the team sponsors as always. We got Warren Brown Tools, Grim, Tough Scenery, Phoenix Driver Development, and I think we've got Shannon back on board this season as well. So thanks to all those guys for making it happen.
Alrighty, well, we'll let you go celebrate that one for this evening, and all the best for next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Alrighty, James, back to you for the man of the moment.
Sir, time to talk to the man of the hour, Braden Sagasser. Braden, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Copy.
Man, that was incredible. That whole fight between you and Lavery, plus Byrne, plus DeBono, that was some of the best racing we've seen, and that's saying a lot. Just take us through that battle from your point of view.
All in all, I was just happy to be there. That was a hell of a lot of fun out there. Yeah, those boys are really clean. I knew I had to just try and build as much of the gap as I can, and unlucky for Kyle, I think he just got a little bit loose on the final lap coming onto the back straight, and I was able to pull enough of a gap and snag the win. But yeah, those boys are really quick, and yeah, I'm still catching my breath after that one.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, you couldn't really take a single corner off. The draft heavy tracks, it's stressful because you just have to be on at every corner.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you gotta have concentration at all times. A lapse in concentration around here, you're losing 5-10 positions just like that. It's just everyone's just so close together. But yeah, like I said, it was a pretty poor qualifying. Though for P10 wasn't my brightest moment, but I was just glad to stick with the front group and get a P3 in the first race as well.
Yeah, and this is, I believe this is your first race here in SRW with the 86s. Is that right?
Yeah, I did do SRW a few years ago in the supercars, but yes, this is my first race in the 86s for this league.
That's it, like being able to roll in and get the win on debut. That's got to be one of the best feelings ever.
Oh, 100%. And like I said, these boys are, they're no slouches. They're really quick. So yeah, to snag a win from these boys, it's a really good feeling.
Absolutely. Well, that was a awesome win for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, just to the 19 team, to the team owner as well, Chris. He made this amazing livery, and yeah, also shout out to my family. I think they're always watching me do these races, so big shout out to them, and yeah, shout out to you guys for putting on the amazing broadcast.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, Braden, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Absolutely. Thank you, James.
All right, there's your race winner, Braden Sagasser, and that, Mr. Super Sub. How was it, your debut here in the SRW booth?
Well, definitely a different environment to what I'm used to. But yeah, taking the back seat to you this time, James. So it was a pretty good show, and drivers put on a great race for everyone as well, and some good little action in the first race. But the hard racing, the second one, just made the night.
Absolutely, and it was a honor to be able to call another race with you, my friend.
Yeah, indeed. One last ride with you, and maybe another Sunday night sesh somewhere along the way. But probably have a couple of races under my belt coming up, so we'll see. Try and get a few in the cockpit. So
heck yeah. But with that,
yeah. Thanks for having me in the booth, boys, once more.
Yes, sir. And with that, it's time for us to get the heck on out of here. For my broadcast partners, Paul Jackson and Kobe Jordan, I'm James Watson, bidding you adieu till next time. Good night, everyone.